guys, men, chickens, turtles. There is one story that makes my mind boggle to this very day. An event that up until this day, I cannot understand what happened. It is the story of my turtle. His name was Turtle, and he was a tortoise. So, once upon a time, I was a kid with much passion. I had passion spewing out of my ears and legs and nose. I really like turtles. Some people say in chats that I like turtles, and I really love turtles. I love turtles to the point where my single mom with minimum wage in Lithuania actually got me a turtle. For my, I think, 6th or 5th or 4th birthday. I think it was 7th. My mom bought me a turtle. I remember that day because I was still sleeping in my mom's bed for some reason at that time, because we couldn't actually afford having another bed for me. We couldn't really afford having, distributing one more room for me to sleep in. So I slept in my mom's bed. I woke up one day and my aunt was at my house, and I did not understand why was my aunt in my house. I was like, man, have you heard of knocking not being here when I actually, just woke up? Because that was creepy. Waking up and finding your aunt in your house is one of the top 3 creepiest things you can actually do in your life. And she had a box. And then she laid down the box, and the turtle actually came out the box. I was fucking head over goddamn heels. I was as excited as I could have possibly ever been. I was never as excited as seeing that fucking turtle. It was amazing. It was literally one of the most amazing things that has ever happened to me. I was a depressed kid with zero emotion and all sadness and anger in my heart. But the turtle made me happy, okay? The turtle was really cool. It, walked around. I don't even remember how old it was. It was just really cool. Seeing a turtle as a kid was really cool. And, I don't remember if... It was a tortoise, actually. It was not a turtle. It was a tortoise, okay? There's a difference. A turtle is the one in the water. The tortoise is the one on the ground. So I got a tortoise, but I keep calling turtles tortoises, and turtles tortoises. Turtle. And I really, I got attached to the turtle. I had a cat, which, I already had my cat, and my cat was trying to kill the turtle almost every day. By kill, I mean, very weirdly be around the turtle and hit the turtle with her paws. That's what my cat did, because she was like a good 1 or 2 years old back then. That was early kitten life. We couldn't even afford a terrarium. What we did is, if you go to a supermarket and if you've ever bought tomatoes in a supermarket, tomatoes are usually sold in black weird boxes that are dish shaped, and they have little holes in them. They're just carts. I don't know how you'd call them, crates, cart crates. They have holes in them, and they're super weird. And what we did, because we could not afford a terrarium for the tortoise, we got 2 of these, and we put them above on each other. This is where we kept the tortoise, because we could not afford any kind of terrarium. But we put him in this box thingy, and we put him in our balcony, because our balcony was an enclosed space. This is the balcony. This was the door to the whatchamacallit. This was the door to the living room. This was the door to the kitchen, and this was a wall. This was windows. All of these are windows. And this is the table, the rock table that went all around. The balcony. And we just placed them here. We just very naturally placed the turtle here. There was a window here, that was that opened, and there was a bigger window here, and there was a window here, and there was a window here. We just put the tortoise there because now it's a tortoise. And this, the tomato crate here was pretty big. I gotta tell you, the tomato, the tortoise was on a scale of here. This is the tortoise. This is a banana for comparison. This is a tortoise for comparison. We just placed them there. One interesting day though I was playing GTA Vice City because my friend, told me that there was, and I quote, a hidden golden vibrator that you could find in GTA Vice City. It was very hidden, though, so you really needed to scour the entirety of the map of GTA Vice City to find the golden vibrator. And as a 7-year-old, I really wanted to find the golden vibrator. And he came over. We went to my room. My apartment looked somewhat like this. My apartment looked very much like this. This is a hallway we had. This is where, like, you enter the house, and this is where my room was. This was the kitchen, and this was the balcony. This is before, when my family used to have money, because my dad was around. This was the living room. This was the toilet. This was the bathroom. This was my mom's room, and this was my brother's room. There was like a little shit room here for stuff that you don't use, like me. So my room was here, and the computer at the time was right here. So my friend came over, and we wanted to go and find the golden vibrator in GTA Vice City. So he naturally came over. We went all the way here. We didn't even have any detours. We just skipped, here. I think I even asked him to bring some leaves over. So I think first we went and, like, gave the leaves to the tortoise or something. The tortoise was just, sitting there. We gave the tortoise some leaves or whatever to, like, play around and, like, eat them. After that, we went to play GTA Vice City, and we were looking for that, golden vibrator. It was impeccably hard to find, because, there was actually no such thing as a golden vibrator in GTA Vice City, and apparently he lied to me. But, at the time, I apparently didn't need to know that. So, yeah, apparently that was just his tactic to come over and play GTA Vice City with me, because there was no such thing as a golden vibrator. He only told me, like, after, like, 3 years, and he was like, I don't know why I told you that, I don't know. I also don't know why he told me that there's no fucking golden vibrator. I also can't answer that dilemma. So, yeah, we were just playing with GTA Vice City. Very cool. We played up until, like, maybe 7 p.m. It was summer. I remember, because it was very hot. We played for about, 7 hours. Maybe. Not 7 hours. Maybe like 5 hours. We played a lot. We played a lot of GTA Vice City. I just want to tell you. We played a lot of GTA Vice City. And, at some point, he left my house willingly. My dad, he left my house, and we just, at no point did he leave my room. Before that, we just, he left my house, and then, we went all the way back, and then he left. And then naturally, after your friend leaves, you go do the important stuff, such as, looking at your pet tortoise, who still didn't have a name. Because for some reason, I guess emotional connection was not something I did as a kid. And I went to check on the tortoise in my balcony. But when I went to the balcony, the tortoise was gone. I went all the way here, looked at it, looked inside the tomato crates. The tortoise was gone. I have no idea what, really. I have no idea how he, climbed out of there. So then, naturally, I'm like, hey, the tortoise escaped. I'm just gonna go check the rest of my house for the tortoise, because this is a balcony encased with glass. No way could a tortoise, not only fucking climb out of the tomato crate, somehow leave the thing, get on here, and then, like, magically open a window. There's no way that could have happened. So I did what any sane person would do, and I just went and searched around the entire balcony. I looked at our trash can. There was, like, seats here. I looked everywhere. I looked in the kitchen. The kitchen. I looked in the living room. I looked in the bathroom. I looked in the toilet. And there was literally no tortoise. So I went back to the drawing board, went all the way back to the balcony, and then I noticed that there was a window slightly right here that was open by a diameter maybe of 4 centimeters maximum. 4 centimeters. 4 centimeters. If you don't know how much that is, Just look at your dick when it's not erect, and it's about the same size. It was 4 centimeters, though. It was like this. It was really not... The opening there was not really that big. But... There, like, I was baffled. I have to tell, looking at that, I was fucking scared shitless and baffled. And I don't... A turtle with a giant shell, and the turtle wasn't even that big, climbing out somehow from the tomato crate, going all the way here, around the table, and also somehow turning 90 degrees by himself to fall out the window in a hole literally like this big that would need the turtle to somehow turn 90 degrees and they have a whole shell encased on them? I don't know. I would say that's pretty not likely. But, you know, I have to take everything into regard. So I went, you know, I looked through the window. I see nothing. I went to the, I went outside, looked where he would have fallen. There was nothing. There was literally nothing. No tortoise outside. Not on the ground. Nowhere. Not in the balcony. Not in my apartment. There was tortoise nowhere. And that only left me with theories. I have a few theories. Number one. The number one theory is my friend stole it. That's what my first thing was, but there was no way. Because my friend was never let out of sight. Entire way there. I never let my friend out of the sight. He didn't go to take a bathroom. He didn't do anything. There was no time when my friend left my room. We were very punctually searching for that golden vibrator. There's no time that my friend left the room. At no point. So, that theory kind of falls on its ass. Second theory is that the turtle fell outside and someone took it. And we lived on the 3rd floor, so the turtle probably would have died on the impact. But this is a doable theory. Maybe it fell outside and someone stole it. Someone saw a tortoise on the middle of the ground, because tortoises back then were in the red, like the book of extinction, and they were very rare. And maybe someone saw it and they fucking stole it. One of the most likely ones. Third theory. The third theory is that my mom maybe gave it away. Because the hidden part of the stories that I didn't tell you is that all this time, when me and my friend were playing GTA, she was sleeping in her room. All this time, she was home. All this time, she was home. And it could be a potential theory. The thing is, she never left her room. And I would have known, because it was a big hallway. It was very audible if someone moves. At no point, she was sleeping the entire time, because she was like doing like the beauty sleep whatever thingy. And she never left her room. I distinctly remember this. And if she would have, I remember asking a few years ago, when I was already an adult with depression in his eyes and credit card debt in his bank account. I remember asking her as an adult to an adult, I was like, hey, did you ever give away my tortoise? She was like, no. I don't know what happened to it. So unless she kept up the lie, because she was as confused as me. So unless she kept up the lie, I think that's impossible. But still one of the likely theories. Which, to this day boggles my mind, and it just leaves me with a conundrum. What did happen to my tortoise, who had no name? I don't know. 3 theories are, but 0. B. To this day, I don't know. And that basically ends the turtle story. What do you think? What do you think happened to the tortoise?